Hi everyone, and welcome to Stephanie Reacts to Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 5, The Wolf and the Lion. So let's get started and see what The Wolf and the Lion is. So what story was done after first? Oh, this one, the jousting, last week.
Does Sir Hugh have any family in the capital?
No. I stood vigil for him myself last night. He had no one else.
He'd never worn this armor before.
Bad luck for him, going against the mountain.
Who determines the draw?
All the knights draw straws, Northstar.
Aye. But who holds the straws? You've done good work, sisters.
Life is strange. Not so many years ago, we fought as enemies of the Trident.
I'm glad we never met on the field, Sir Barristan. As is my wife. I don't think the widow's life would suit her.
You're too modest. I've seen you cut down a dozen great knights.
My father once told me you were the best he'd ever seen. I never knew the man to be wrong about matters of combat.
He was a fine man, your father. What the Mad King did to him was a terrible crime.
That lad, he was a squire until a few months ago. How could he afford a new suit of armor?
Perhaps Lord Aaron left him some money. I hear the king wants to joust today.
Yes, that will never happen.
Robert tends to do what he wants.
If the king got what he wanted all the time, he'd still be fighting a damned rebellion.
It's made too small, Your Grace. It won't go.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat arse. Did you know that? Look at this idiot. One ball and no brains. He can't even put a man's armor on him properly.
You're too fat for your armor.
Fat? Fat, is it? Is that how you speak to your king? Oh, it's funny, is it? No. You don't like the hands joke?
You're torturing the poor boy.
You heard the hand. The king's too fat for his armor. Go find the breastplate stretcher. Ow! The breastplate stretcher. How long
Is it,
before
do
he
you
figures it
yes.
out?
Why do you find it funny for?
Should have one invented.
Because it was, you know what it's funny?
You watch me out.
Still know how to point
That
to
guy.
lads. You've no business jousting. Leave that for the young men.
Why? Because I'm king? Piss on that. I want to hit somebody.
And who's going to hit your bike?
Anybody who can. And the last man in his saddle.
Will be you. There's not a man in the Seven Kingdoms would risk hurting you.
You're telling me those cowards would let me win?
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Drink. No, I'm not thirsty.
Drink.
No, thank you.
Your king commands it.
Alright, I'll drink.
Too fat for my armor.
Cheers.
A squire. A Lannister boy.
Bloody idiot. But Cersei insisted. I have John Arryn to thank for her. Cersei Lannister will make a good match, she told me. You'll need her father on your side. I thought being king meant I could do whatever I wanted. Enough of this. Let's go watch him ride. At least I can smell someone else's blood.
Robert.
What? Oh. An inspiring sight for the people, eh? Come, bow before your king. Bow, you shits!
Where are you?
At her dancing lessons. The Night of the Flowers. Thank you, Sir Loris.
Oh, that other boy won't like it maybe. Jeffrey, I think his name is.
Don't let Sir Gregor hurt him.
Alright, then you got to see Jeffrey. Thought he's there. Watch him.
100 gold dragons on the mountain.
I'll take that bet.
Now what will I buy with 100?
While you slept.
And then she left.
When you were born, I was the one who pulled you from your mother. I placed you in her arms. From that moment until the moment she dies, she will love you. Absolutely. Fiercely.
Why did she leave?
I still can't tell you, but she will be home soon.
Do you know where she is now? Today?
No, I don't.
Then how can you promise me she'll be home soon?
Sometimes I worry you're too smart for your own good.
I'll never shoot another arrow.
And where is that written?
You need legs to work a bow.
If the saddle Lord Tyrion designed actually works, you could learn to shoot a bow from horseback.
Really?
You don't need legs, you just need arms, sit in a chair, pull.
Why shouldn't you?
Keep it down. You're not supposed to be inside the castle walls.
Well, you were supposed to be an important person around here.
Important enough for the likes of you.
You're not the only nobleman in my life, you know.
Who, the imp? I call him half a nobleman.
Jealous?
Why should I be jealous? Anyone with a few coppers in his pocket can own you for the night. What's a dwarf like down below? I've always wondered.
Might surprise you.
Hmm?
He's good with his fingers, too. And his tongue.
Hmm.
Dinner is tipper. I guess gold is cheap for a Lannister.
You are jealous.
I'm a Greyjoy. We've been lords of the Iron Islands for 300 years. There's not a family in Westeros that can look down on us. Not even the Lannisters.
What about the Starks?
I've been Lord Stark's ward since I was 8 years old.
Ward? That's a nice word for it. Your father rebelled against King Robert, and if he doesn't...
My father fought for the freedom of his people. What did your father do? Fought to cook and whelp to whore.
You're a very serious boy.
I'm not a boy.
Oh, yes, you are. A serious boy with a serious cock.
I don't want to pay for it.
Get yourself a wife.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Still chasing the cat.
How is your
Buzz
son, my
speed.
lord?
He'll never walk again.
But his mind is sound.
So they say.
A blessing, then. I suffered an early mutilation myself. Some doors close forever. Others open in most unexpected places. May I? If the wrong ears heard what I'm about to tell you, off comes my head. And who would mourn poor Varys then? North or south, they sing no songs for spiders. But there are things you must know. You are the king's hand, and the king is a fool. Your friend I know, but a fool, and doomed unless you save him.
I've been in the capital a month. Why have you waited so long to tell me this?
I didn't trust you.
So why do you trust me now?
The Queen is not the only one who has been watching you closely. There are few men of honor in the capital. You are one of them. I would like to believe I am another, strange as that may seem.
What sort of doom does the king face?
The same sort as John Arryn. The Tears of Lys, they call it. A rare and costly thing. As clear and tasteless as water, it leaves no trace.
Who gave it to him?
Some dear friend, no doubt, but which one? There were many. Lord Arryn was a kind and trusting man. There was one boy. All he was, he owed to John Arryn.
The Squire, Sir Hugh.
John died.
Pity what happened to him. Just when his life seemed to be going so nicely.
If Sir Hugh poisoned him, who paid Sir Hugh?
Someone who could afford it.
John was a man of peace. He was hand for 17 years, 17 good years. Why kill him?
He started asking questions.
Where's the cat leather? Statues, this.
He's found at one bastard already. He has the book. The rest will come.
And when he knows the truth, what will he do?
The gods alone know. The fools tried to kill his son. What's worse, they botched it. The wolf and the lion will be each other's throats. We will be at war soon, my friend.
What good is war now? We're not ready. If one hand can die, why not a second?
This hand is not the other.
We need time. Khal Drogo will not make his move until his son is born. You know what these savages are.
Delay, you say. Move fast, I reply. This is no longer a game that you play. It's never was.
Oh, she's locked in now.
The first to arrive and the last to leave. I admire your industry.
You do move quietly.
We all have our qualities.
You look a bit lonely today. Should pay a visit to my brothel this evening. First call is on the house.
I think you are mistaking business with pleasure.
Am I? All those birds that whisper in your ear, such pretty little things. Trust me. We accommodate all inclinations.
Oh, I'm sure. Lord Redwyn likes his boys very young, I hear.
I'm a purveyor of beauty and discretion, both equally important.
But though I suppose beauty is a subjective quality now. Is it true that Sir Marlon Tumblestone prefers amputees?
All desires are valid to a man with a full purse.
And I heard the most awful rumor about a certain lord with a taste for fresh cadavers. Must be enormously difficult to accommodate that inclination. The logistics alone. To find beautiful corpses before they rot.
Strictly speaking, such a thing would not be in accordance with the king's laws.
Dead bodies.
Tell me, does someone somewhere keep your balls in a little box? I've often wondered.
Do you know, I have no idea where they are, and we had been so close. But enough about me. How have you been since we last saw each other?
Since you last saw me, or since I last saw you?
Now, the last time I saw you, you were talking to the Hand of the King.
You saw me with your own eyes.
Eyes I own.
Council business. We all have so much to discuss with Ned Stark.
Everyone's well aware of your enduring fondness for Lord Stark's wife. If the Lannisters were behind the attempt on the Stark boy's life, and it was discovered that you helped the Starks come to that conclusion, to think, a simple word to the Queen.
One shudders at the thought. But you know something? I do believe that I have seen you even more recently than you have seen me.
Have you?
Yes. Earlier today, I distinctly recall seeing you talking to Lord Stark in his chambers.
What's that, you under the bed?
And not long.
Spikes. I'll impregnate the bitch.
I like you.
Nice. Castle or fortress.
Lord Stark, your presence has been requested in the small council chamber. A meeting has been called.
I need to see the king first. Alone.
The king is at the small council meeting, my lord. He has summoned you.
Is it about my wife?
No, my lord. I believe it concerns Daenerys Targaryen.
The whore is pregnant.
You're speaking of murdering a child.
I warned you this would happen back in the north. I warned you, but you didn't care to hear. Well, hear it now. I want them dead. Mother and child both. And that fool Viserys as well. Is that plain enough for you? I want them both dead.
You'll dishonor yourself forever if you do this.
Honor? I've got 7 kingdoms to rule. 1 king, 7 kingdoms. Do you think honor keeps them in line? Do you think it's honor that's keeping the peace? It's fear. Fear and blood.
Then we're no better than the Mad King.
Careful, Ned. Careful now.
You want to assassinate a girl? Because the spider heard a rumor.
No rumor, my lord. The princess is with child.
Based on whose information?
Sir Jorah Mormont. He is serving as advisor to the Targaryens.
Mormont. You bring us the whispers of a traitor, half a world away, and call it fight.
Jorah Mormont's a slaver, not a traitor. Small difference, I know, to an honorable man.
He broke the law, betrayed his family, fled our land. We commit murder on the word of this man.
And if he's right, if she has a son, a Targaryen at the head of a Dothraki army...
Right, hard for a bit.
The narrow sea still lies between us. I'll fear the Dothraki, the day they teach the
That
horses to
woman with the blonde hair.
Do nothing. That's your wise advice. Do nothing till our enemies are on our shores. You're my counsel. Counsel! Speak sense to this honorable fool.
I understand your misgivings, my lord. Truly, I do. It is a terrible thing we must consider, a vile thing. Yet we who presume to rule must sometimes do vile things for the good of the realm. Should the gods grant Daenerys a son, the realm will bleed.
I bear this girl no ill will, but should the Dothraki invade, how many innocents will die? How many towns will burn? Is it not wiser, kinder even, that she should die now, so that tens of thousands might live?
We should have had them both killed years ago. When you find yourself in bed with an ugly woman, best close your eyes, get it over with. Cut her throat. We're done with it.
I followed you into war. Twice. Without doubts. Without second thoughts. But I will not follow you now. The Robert I grew up with didn't tremble at the shadow of an unborn child.
She dies.
I will have no part in it.
Nor the king's hand, Lord Stark. You'll do as I command, or I'll find me a hand who will.
And good luck to him. I thought you were a better man.
Out, damn you, I'm done with you. Go, run back to Winterfell. I'll have your head on a spike.
Oh.
I'll put it there myself, you fool. You think
I'll go ahead with my daughters. Get them ready. Do it yourself. Don't ask anyone for help.
Right away, my lord. Lord Baelish is here for you.
His Grace went on about you at some length after you took your leave. The word treason was mentioned.
What can I do for you?
When do you return to Winterfell?
Why, what do you care?
If you're still here come nightfall, I'll take you to see the last person John Arryn spoke with before falling ill. If that sort of thing still interests you.
I don't have the time.
It won't take more than an hour, but as you please.
Round up all the men we have and station them outside the guild's chambers. We're your best two swords.
Heward and Will?
Find them and meet me at the stables.
You bring him here without permission. You pollute my home with these presents. Your aunt has done a bad thing, Robin, a very bad thing. You remember her, don't you? Isn't he beautiful? And strong, too. John
Boy, at that age, still
his
breastfeeding.
last words were, the seed is strong. He wanted everyone to know what a good, strong boy his son would grow up to be. Look at him. The Lord of all the Vale.
Lysa, you wrote me about the Lannisters, warning me
to stay away from them. Not to bring one here.
Mummy? Is that the bad man?
It is.
He's little.
He's Tyrion the Imp of House Lannister. He killed your father. He murdered the Hand of the King.
Oh, did I kill him too? I've been a very busy man.
You will watch your tongue. These men are Knights of the Vale. Every one of them loved John Arryn. Every one of them would die for me.
If any harm comes to me, my brother Jaime will see that they do.
You can't hurt us! No one can hurt us here! Tell him, Mummy! Tell him!
Shh, he's just trying to frighten us. Lannisters are all liars. No one will hurt my baby.
Mummy? I want to see the bad man fly.
Perhaps you will, my little one.
This man is my prisoner. I will not have him harmed.
Servadus, my sister's guest is weary. Take him down below so he can rest. Introduce him to Maud.
You go sleep, dwarf man. Sleep good, little dwarf man.
Who's Maud? A wolf? A lion? Maybe a dragon? So it's called Wolves and Lions.
Lord Stark's lucky he still has a head.
Robert will rant for a few days, but he won't do anything. He adores the man.
You're jealous.
Are you sure this won't hurt?
Only if I slip.
And you prefer me like this?
Mm-hmm.
If you want hairless, maybe you should find a little boy.
I want you.
My brother thinks that anyone who hasn't been to war isn't a man. He treats me as if I'm a spoilt child. Oh, and you're not? Loras Tyrell, the Knight of the Flowers? How many wars have you fought in? Oh, and how much did your father spend on that armour of yours?
Oh, still.
All I ever hear from Robert and Stannis is how I'm not tough enough, how I squirm at the sight of blood.
You did vomit when that boy's eye was not
Mhm.
tapping.
His eye was dangling out of the damn socket.
You shouldn't have entered the melee if you didn't know how to fight.
Easy for you to say. Everyone is such a gifted swordsman.
It's not a gift. No one gave it to me. I'm good because I worked it. Every day of my life since I could hold a stick.
I could work at fighting all day, every day. I'd still never be as good as you.
Yes, well, I guess we'll never know. Everywhere. Everywhere. So, how did it end up? The Targaryen girl will die?
Needs to be done. Unpleasant as it is. Robert's rather tasteless about it. Every time he talks about killing her, I swear the table rises 6 inches.
It's a shame he can't muster the same enthusiasm for his wife.
He does have a deep, abiding lust for her money. You have to give it to the Lannisters. They may be the most pompous, ponderous cunts the gods ever suffered to walk the world, but they do have an outrageous amount of money.
I have an outrageous amount of money.
Not as much as the Lannisters.
It's a lot more than you.
Robert's threatening to take me hunting with him. Last time we were out there for 2 weeks, tramping through the trees in the rain, day after day, all so he can stick his spear into something's flesh. But Robert loves his killing, and he's the king.
How did that ever happen?
Because he loves his killing, and he used to be good at it.
Do you know who should be king?
Be serious.
I am. My father could be your bank. I've never fought in a war before. But I'd fight for you.
I'm 4th in line.
And there's Robert in the line of royal succession. Joffrey is a monster. Tommen is 8.
Stannis?
Stannis has the personality of a lobster.
He's still my older brother.
Ah, see him cutting him there.
What are you doing? Look at it. You cut me. It's just blood. We've all got it in us. Sometimes a little spills. If you become king, you're going to see a lot of this. You need to get used to it. Go on. Look. People love you. They love to serve you because you're kind to them. Want to be
You got blood to clean up now.
You're willing to do what needs to be done. You don't gloat over it. You don't love killing. Where is it written that power is the sole province of the worst? That thrones are only made for the hated and the feared? You would be a wonderful king.
Let me guess, he would be the queen. Haha. Eh.
I'm sorry your marriage to Ned Stark didn't work out. You seem so good together.
Glad I could do something to make you happy.
Without a hand, everything will fall to pieces.
I suppose this is where you tell me to give the job to your brother, Jamie.
He's not serious enough. I'll say this for Ned Stark. He's serious enough. Was it really worth it, losing him this way?
But I do know this. The Targaryen girl convinces her horse lord husband to invade. And the Dothraki horde crosses the narrow sea. We won't be able to stop them.
Dothraki don't sail. Every child knows that. They don't have discipline. They don't have armor. They don't have siege weapons.
It's a neat little trick you do. You move your lips and your father's voice comes out.
Is my father wrong?
Let's say Viserys Targaryen lands with 40,000 Dothraki screamers at his back. We hole up in our castles. Wise move. Only a fool would meet the Dothraki in an open field. They leave us in our castles. They go from town to town, looting and burning, killing every man who can't hide behind a stone wall, stealing all our crops and livestock, enslaving all our women and children. How long do the people of the Seven Kingdoms stand behind their absentee king?
Of course somebody took his wife or his woman off him. He wants to take care of that girl. Because she's pregnant.
For quite a while, actually. Was it ever possible for us? Was there ever a time, ever a moment?
No. Does that make you feel better or worse?
Doesn't he look at any?
She looks like him, don't she, my lord? She has his nose, his black hair.
Aye.
Tell him when you see him, my lord, if it please you. Tell him how beautiful she is.
I will.
And tell him I've been with no one else. I swear it, my lord, by the old gods and you. I don't want no jewels or nothing. Just him. The king was always good to me.
When John Arryn came to visit you, what did he want?
He wasn't that sort of man, my lord. He just wanted to know if the child was happy, healthy.
Looks healthy enough to me. Girl shouldn't live for nothing.
Brothels make a much better investment than ships, I've found. Hulls rarely sink.
What do you know of King Robert's bastards?
Well, he has more than you, for a start.
How many?
Does it matter? If you fuck enough women, some of them will give you presents.
And John Arryn tracked them all down. Why?
He was the king's hand. Perhaps Robert wanted them looked after. He was overcome with fatherly love.
Come. Jorek!
My lord.
Looks like you may be under arrest. For treason then.
Such a small pack of wolves.
Stay back, sir. This is the hand of the king.
Was the hand of the king. I'm not sure what he is. Lord of somewhere very far away.
What's the meaning of this, Lannister?
Get back inside, where it's safe. I'm looking for my brother. You remember my brother, don't you, Lord Stark? Blonde hair, sharp tongue, short man.
I remember him well.
Seems he had some trouble on the road. You wouldn't know what happened to him, would you?
He was taken at my command to answer for his crimes.
My lords, I'll bring the city watch.
Come, Stark. Rather you die sword in hand.
If you threaten my lord again...
As in, I'm going to open your lord from balls to brains and see what Starks are made of.
He killed me. Your brother's a dead man.
You're right. Take him alive. Kill his men.
Ooh. Ah, to the eye. Oh, and heat. Kill him. So the Simba tried to kill your son. Oh my.
My
brother, Lord Stark. I want him back.
Hoping he's not dead. Don't enter here, don't you dare enter. Don't you dare enter here. Thanks for watching my reactions to The Wolf and the Lion, and I'll see you all next week for a golden crown. Till then, have a great week. Bye.